traders, and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, May 10th, 2024. Let's find out what's going on the Forex economic calendar today. Overnight data were mostly from Japan. As you can see, we got all of this data from the household spending and current account. So mixed bag of data, plenty of this data beat the expectations. Some of them didn't, so it needs further investigations in details. During the London session, we will have bunch of data from the UK in form of the GDP, scheduled for release at 8 o'clock. Industrial production, manufacturing production, trade balance, and monthly GDP change. The UK GDP is expected to stay on the same level of 0.1%, so any surprise here might be quite significant. ECB Elderson will give a speech at 10:45, then at 1:15, Bank of England MPC member Peer will give a speech, and then European Central Bank publishes account of the monetary policy meeting. Employment change and unemployment change from Canada are scheduled for release 2:30. Then we got some speeches from the FOMC member Bowman. Then we got some data from the sentiment field. We got the Michigan consumer sentiment expectations and inflation expectations. All of this data are scheduled for release at 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock is the time for the WASDE report. Then we got the report from the total oil leak count and oil rig count, which is of course the US Barker Hughes. This report is scheduled for release at 7 o'clock, and at the end of the day we got the federal budget balance data at 10 o'clock. So pretty much the key event of the day is the GDP from the UK, and then some data from the US in form of the Michigan expectations, consumer expectations, and consumer sentiment. So let's start with the euro dollar. Euro dollar for our chart is showing us the bounce from the 100 periods moving average, and we can see it clearly here. Let me just play with my chart. The low is located at the level of 1.0725. Local high was made at 1.0777, so it's not that bad at all. In terms of the bounce, we as you remember, we retraced 61% of this recent. Let me just make it smaller. Recent swing high. So right now, there is a bullish engulfing pattern, then the confirmation and extension to the upside. Nice 50 pip move. Nevertheless, we didn't make any kind of a attempt to break out above the trend line or break out above the 1.0793, 1.0797 technical resistance, despite the fact that the momentum is quite strong and positive. So that all means the bulls are still keep trying, to break above this trend line, but the bears are pushing on them as well. Otherwise, we would see some sort of the breakout to the upside, especially above the above this orange trend line. So the outlook for today remains rather bullish. I guess that with this kind of a momentum and this kind of a price action, the bulls will still try to move a little bit higher, back towards the technical resistance, and they at least try to break above the trend line, and then we will see what will happen. Of course, in order to confirm the bullish movement, we need a breakout above 1.0813, which is the high of the bearish engulfing pattern. Let's find out what's going on the British pound. So just ahead of the data release, as you can see, British pound, it has bounced from this technical support 1.25, 1.2448, and we got a test of the of the trend line again, but the momentum is barely positive. So we nicely bounce from the level of 37 points, which is the negative territory, bearish sentiment. But there is no breakout to the upside just yet. No obvious breakout to the upside just yet. There is still a scenario that shows us that if there is a breakout above the trend line, we might continue way higher, because that movement here, that cycle here would be continued then, right? So this movement to the downside would be considered only as a correction. Right now we are consolidating the recent gains around the 50 and 100 periods moving average, just below the trend line. So market participants await the bullish breakout, await the possibility of upward movement continuation. Next target 1.2574 and the bearish engulfing high 1.2633. We need to see more momentum, more positive momentum here. Otherwise, the bounce would be very hard to do. Let's take a look at the US dollar market. What is going on here? Because of this Japanese economy data. What do we see here? WXYXZ, the correction minus 5%, and now we got very nice rebound back above 50 and 100 periods moving average. Very nice rebound of the momentum as well. Right now this level here, 154.50, will act as the technical support as well. The next target for the bulls is located at the level of 148 and then possibly even 160.20. This movement here looks kind of impulsive, so it might be the beginning of the resumption of the uptrend, basically, right? So please keep an eye on this situation on the US dollar to Japanese yen. There is still, this market is still in the uptrend. And last but not least, let's just take a look at the Bitcoin. What do we see here? At the Bitcoin, we traced 50% of the last swing up. So we are here. We bounced from the demand zone, the upper line of the demand zone. So this is something that we already done. And of course, we got this scenario going on right now, because that's the key zone for the Bitcoin bulls. Right now we bounced back above 100 periods moving average, and the market is ready to test the high from the May 6th, which is located at 65,539. Any breakout above this this high would open the road towards this level here. Let me just point it out with the arrow. Opens the road towards 67,300, 67,478. Quite positive momentum, quite strong momentum, supports the positive bullish outlook in the short term for the Bitcoin. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.